What's going on, buddy? Welcome back. So we got a new kit we're going to talk about today. Luthen, I know I'm about a day late on this one, but I wasn't that excited when I heard it was not a Territory Wars character. But we'll go over the kit real quick, and then I'll talk about how this is actually kind of a good Territory Wars opportunity, especially for you Territory Wars officers. So let's go ahead and look at the kit. I'm not a big Rebel Fighter fan. So if I don't seem that enthusiastic about this kit, it's just because I don't know. I just don't care for the Rebel fighters. I'm not a big fan of Mon Mothma. I'm not a big fan of Saw. I like Rogue One, but they're more of a sub faction than Rebel fighters, I guess. Anyways, so he has a different summon, which is kind of cool. I'm not really going to go through all this, but he has the new Conquest unit, which is a little bit disappointing just because it's another GAC character for coming out of Conquest. I really thought we were going to get either a ship or B, some kind of Territory Wars character. I'm okay with it being light side for Conquest, because Conquest has primarily been dark side units, for the most part, especially within the last year. So, not a bad choice for going with the light side character. I'm okay with that. It just sucks that it's a GAC character. So, yeah, so he has different stances, kind of, if he's with Saw, if he's without Saw. I guess it's kind of cool. I guess it gives you like two different versions of the kit. So there's a lot of text. I'll try to read through it as quickly as possible. But the fact that he has an Omi on his basic kind of scares me. I mean, the only one that I think that has that is Trench. And his Omi on his basic is pretty good. Alright, so we deal special damage to target enemy, inflict heal immunity for 2 turns. Heal immunity on basic is always good. That and ability block are probably the two best debuffs you can have on a basic. Stun, it's a little bit inconsistent, but healing immunity and ability block is really, really good. So, Axis is with Saw, correct? Yes. So, with Saw, inflict buff immunity for 2 turns on target enemy, which can't be dispelled, and if the allied commander is alive, or allied rebel commander is alive, inflict fear. Oh, Jesus. Well, I stand corrected. Fear on basic is pretty good. Dispel all buffs on target enemy. This is without Saw. During Luthen's turn, if the allied rebel commander is active, call them to assist. Okay. While in GAC, during Luthen's turn, he gains 25 speed max 100 until the end of the encounter, and the target enemy has their defense reduced by 30%. Wow, that's crazy. The speed part I don't really care about. There's so many different ways to get speed in this game now. But reducing someone's defense by 30%, until the next time Luthen uses his basic ability or is defeated. That's crazy. So you pretty much like tag him with the basic, and then you can just either use the basic again or keep using specials, and their defense is pretty much gone. That's pretty cool. He has an Omi, yeah, he has Omi on his basic and Omi on a special one. Jeez, okay. So I'm gonna guess he doesn't have a leadership. I didn't really look at his full kit, but I'm guessing he doesn't have a lead then. If he's got 2 Omis already here. What do I sacrifice? Cooldown of 3. If the allied leader is Rebel, not GL, so no Leia. Summon a Rebel Trooper, promote them to Rebel Commander. Okay, if the Rebel Commander is already present, dispel debuffs on them, and they gain a bonus turn. Target Rebel Fighter or Mon Mothma, because she's not a Rebel Fighter, she's only a Rebel. Ally gains 30%. That'd be funny if you give Mon Mothma 30% defense. It's a bold strategy there. And is immune to turn meter reduction until the end of their next turn. That's an interesting clause. Giving them TM immunity reduction. Okay, if Saw's present, the Rebel Commander... if Saw's present, if the Rebel Commander is already present, they gain 50% offense stacking for 2 turns. Okay, that's pretty cool. Without Saw, if the Commander is present, they recover 50% health protection. Target Rebel ally gains Frenzy for 2 turns. Ooh, that's pretty interesting. So for those of you that aren't familiar with Frenzy, that is the buff that Biston gives himself, as well as Bosk. It's the one where it's like anytime another ally uses a special ability, they get 100% turn meter. So that's pretty cool. While in GAC, if the Rebel commanders are present, all allies gain crit damage up for 2 turns. Mon Mothma and all other Rebel fighters gain 30% off in stacking and are immune to turn meter reduction until the end of their next turn. Okay, that's pretty good. Target Rebel fighters, target Rebel fighter ally ignores taunt until the end of their next turn. Ooh, so a little bit of like a little bit of Hunter's special ability where he targets a Bad Batch member and then that Bad Batch member gets to ignore taunt on that turn. Interesting. All right. Sunless Space, cooldown of 3. I'm assuming... So these don't have Zetas? So he just has 1 Zeta right now? Interesting. Mon Mothma and Rebel Fighters gain speed up and bonus protection 20% for 2 turns. If Saul is present, all Rebel Fighter allies dispel all debuffs on themselves. For each debuff dispelled, they gain 10% TM. That's pretty good. If the allied Rebel commander is active, inflict mark on them for 2 turns, which can't be copied or dispelled. Oh wow, so you can just turn them into a tank. That's pretty clever. I like that quite a bit. Okay. If Saul is not present, rally Mon Mothma and all Rebel Fighter allies. Dreams with a Ghost. 3rd Omi. Dude, does this guy only have 1 Zeta and 3 Omis? I guess so. Weird. Okay. Dreams with Ghosts. Omicron. Mon Mothma and Rebel Fighter allies gain 20 speed, not 20%, 20 speed at the start of the encounter, and if allied rebel after allied leaders rebel, not GL, summon a rebel trooper and promote them to rebel commander. While the rebel commander is active, Luthen is immune to ability block, cooldown increases, and taunt effects, and he can't be targeted or reduced below 100% health. Oh, so a little splash of Mon Mothma there. Interesting. So if you have Mon Mothma on this team, she also cannot be targeted. That kind of raises concern for the rest of the squad. Because they're going to be getting focused down pretty quickly if you can't target Luthen or Mon Mothma. At the start of the battle, if there's a rebel leader and there is no GL allies, if Saul is the leader, Luthen gains access effects. Otherwise, okay, well, yeah, we already said that. Okay. Whenever a rebel trooper is summoned, they gain expendable asset. They gain the expendable asset effect and are inflicted with mark for 2 turns, can be copied or dispelled. Whenever a rebel trooper is defeated, all attacker allies have their cooldowns reset. That's pretty crazy. And that's not even the Omi? Wow. It's not. Whenever a rebel trooper begins its turn, Luthen and Mon... Oh, wait, no. Wait. Is it the Omi? Oh, no, it's down here. Jeez, there's so much to read. Whenever the rebel trooper begins its turn, Luthen and Mon Mothma gain 20% turn meter. Okay. That might be a little dangerous, the TM train. Expendable asset. Okay, can't stealth and can always be targeted by enemies. Oh, wow. So it's like permanent taunt. Lose 70% max health, gain 7% offense. Whenever rebel trooper uses basic ability, inflict defense down the target enemy for 2 turns, which can't be evaded or resisted. That's pretty good. Whenever rebel trooper uses a special ability, they're inflicted with mark for 2. Oh wow, so they're just gonna be taunting like pretty much the whole time. How would you get rid of the mark? I mean, you kind of just have to go around it. Maybe there's a way you can dispel it, with like Darth Vader possibly, like dispelling debuffs, or Boba Fett's execute. I don't know. And gain retribution for 2 turns. Oh wait, the mark can't be copied or dispelled. Oh, never mind. That answers that question. Give him tenacity up. I don't know. And gain retribution for 2 turns, which also cannot be dispelled. Wow. Okay. While in Grand Arena, if there is no Rebel Galactic Legend allies at the start of the battle, Mon Mothma and Rebel Fighters gain 30% max health, mastery, and 20 speed. Okay. So a total of 40. If you apply the Omicron. And they gain bonus protection 50% for 1 turn. The first time the Rebel Commander is defeated in each battle, summon a rebel trooper and promote them to commander. Okay, so it just comes right back. That's crazy. Okay, unique to rebel trooper. So this is the summon. Dispel all debuffs on the target enemy and deal physical damage. If this unit's been promoted to officer, commander, inflict daze for 1 turn. Rebel morale for the special. Rebel allies gain defense pen up for 2 turns. If the unit has been promoted to commander, rally all rebel fighter allies. So he's an attacker as well. Okay, I just want to make sure he's an attacker. Unique tactics. Mon Mothma and rebel fighters allies have plus 50% crit damage. Why the hell's Mon Mothma getting crit damage? And tenacity. Well, I guess her summon is based off. No, but you can't summon. You can't summon more than 1 summon. So yeah, never mind. If this unit has been promoted to commander, these bonuses are tripled. Oh my goodness. 90% tenacity is kind of good. So he scales with Luthen stats. Okay. Well, let's talk about why this is a good thing for TW. I'm a little bummed out that we're not going to get a Territory Wars character because it feels like we haven't had one in quite a while. I mean, Dark Trooper Moff Gideon was several characters ago, and it feels like it feels like we've had so many GAC focused characters lately. I mean, this year we got Bo-Katan Kryze, we have Bane. Who else did we get? Jar Jar. I know he's not Conquest, but still legendary Jar Jar. We got Queen Amidala. You know, just came out a few weeks ago. And now we're getting Luthen. So that's a lot of GAC Omis, and for those people that are like, you know, GAC monkeys and just love everything about it and just really, you know, go all out, like, I kind of feel for you guys because that's a lot of Omicrons you have to choose from. Now, granted, I know not every character needs all three of their Omicrons. Most characters like Bane only need like two, but it's still it's a lot of options. So why is this a good thing for Territory Wars? This is the perfect time to catch up. I think this is the perfect time to catch up on Omicrons that your guild is missing. Because here's the thing. This Luthen, he looks like he's going to be a great character, okay? I know a lot of people like the show Andor. I'm not really a big fan of the show. Didn't really care for it too much. I'm not saying it was a bad show. It just didn't click with me. But this is a good time to catch up on TW Omicrons because reading this guy's kit, obviously he has no leader. He's going to be a Saw Gerrera Mon Mothma lifter unit, I suppose, but nothing in his kit jumped out and said like you need this character, otherwise you're not going to win. I'm sure when they get a Datacron, they're going to be absolutely busted and super super good, but I think characters like Jar Jar and Queen Amidala, even Bane, especially Bane, my god, Bane's amazing. I think those Omicrons and GAC carry a little bit more weight. I'm not saying skip Luthen at all. I'm just saying because we don't have any TW ones coming up, unless we're going to get a bunch of marquees. But if that happens, that kind of sucks because, you know, I don't really spend money in the game at all. I haven't dropped a cent all year, so I'm pretty happy with that. But if there's a new marquee character, that doesn't really count because it does take a while for people to get those units. But if it's a conquest unit where you get at 7 stars and you can typically take them to Relic on day 1, that's different. But I think this is a good time to catch up on Territory Wars Omicrons. Like I said, like use this next 3 months or so to kind of like, you know, kind of catch up with your GAC ones if you're trying to go with those still. But you know, it's really hard to hoard Omicrons in my opinion. I think it's really hard to hoard those just because there's so many units when to apply them to. But I think this is a great time to catch up, guys. Like I think this is the time. Tell your guild to like, you know, round off those last 1 or 2 on trench. You know, maybe go for the Jin Omicron. I know that one's really luxury, but it's really good. That one's a really good one to have. It's pretty nice. But anyways, guys, just a short video talking about Luthen's kit, and like I said, it's time to catch up on TW Omicrons. Not gonna have any. I mean, it's really unfortunate we didn't get a Conquest unit for TW this time around. I'm hoping next time we get one. I think if we don't, then, you know, I don't know. I don't know what CG's doing. I know that they know that more players like GAC than Territory Wars. I totally get that. So they do have to appeal to the masses, and I totally understand that. So hopefully next time it's either a ship, because I'm always curious to see what ships kind of shake up the meta from Conquest, or we get a Territory Wars unit. So that being said, like I said, if you're in a position like me where you're pretty much good on Omicrons, either hoard or you know, try to get some of those extra ones that you don't have. There's not really any ones on the table I'm looking for at the moment, so I might just be hoarding. I might do the Obi-Wan one for Conquest. You might see how that actually pays out, because it does look like it's going to be worth it. If it saves time, I'll do it. But yeah, guys. Other than that, take care. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.